I'm Meghana and welcome to Meghanasgallery. I work with all types of paints, with oils, acrylics, and watercolors as well. So today I'm gonna paint something so simple like I'm just gonna make up with some circles and then some lines. I found it very fascinating when I drew it on cards. If you see on the right, you can see some leaves and everything in the pattern there. So I thought it'll be very simple if you can do something with circles as well. So this tutorial is all about the circles that we can draw and shade them up and then different patterns. I'll also show you some rough and then practice sheets which you can get some idea about what are the patterns we can fill these circles up with and what all this is about. Here I'm just drawing 6 types of patterns, just like a family of 4, imagine, or some flowers, kind of a thing. So it's like 2 heads with 2 little ones, or 2 heads with 3 little ones, center and the little ones, or on the corners. So I was just wondering maybe what to do here. So what's missing is the little ones in the middle. Okay, and the third one. Right, now we're gonna fill it up. Here we're gonna use a different patterns. This is just to give an idea on what we can fill it up with. It's just an idea. So you can go ahead, think of anything you want. I just wanted it to be circles and then simple patterns. They will come to life when they are mixed up with watercolors into a completely different level. So these are the patterns that I have in mind, which I practiced before, on what all we can do, and I think that's looking good for me. And I really loved it. It's kind of eyes actually, some dots and then circles around them without touching the center part, and then a little nose kind of a thing actually. It's not like a face or anything, just a simple pattern kind of a thing. I think this will be more like a flower. I'm just filling up with the little circles around it. It's more like you can write individually on the cards or on the canvas, or while framing up your pictures. You just have to use some 300 GSM cards just to use for the watercolors or acrylics, and then you can frame it up. It's gonna look lovely. This is more like flower. I was just wondering what to fill it up with, the hands and everything. I think I'll go with the similar one, just lines and everything. This one. Yeah, last three are the patterns of similar flowers, more like filling ones. The first 3 are more like abstract ones. So this is how it's gonna look, and now we're gonna go back to a coloring section where I just dip my brush into some watercolors, whichever phase you like, whichever color and consistency you like. Watercolors are generally very runny. The more runny they are, the more light they are, and they're more kind of free to flow. But it depends on the paper, kind of paper that you're using. Generally try to use a water-based paper, but if you're going to practice it, use a minimum of 200 USM one, so it'll be easier for you to actually feel the texture rather than feeling depressed about the outcome. It'll look much better with a minimum of a 200 USM one. Here I'm using the regular paper. If you see, it's not any strong paper or anything like that, but the card is a bit thick. It's not definitely the printer paper. It's just a booklet that I bought in a store, and I just wanted to use it as a practice one before I go finally on to my workbook, the watercolor one, which I will show you in the next video. Here I'm gonna mix a couple of colors. I think I used green, light green and dark green here, and we're just gonna add some shade. I want to show the gradient here, like from the dark to light or something like that. So I started it. There are two ways of painting this. Either you can paint your color first and let it dry and then start drawing your sketching on it, or what I did here is, like, first I made my own sketch and then I wanted to do paint on it. There will also be a difference between these two, because when you draw on the color, when you sketch on the color, it will look much stronger. The black pen will look much stronger, but in this way it feels like you can see the black pen is like a bit covered with a layer of paint. That's how it's gonna look. It depends on what kind of effect you want and what kind of effect you're really looking for. I'm just fiddling with colors here, really, with the whatever patterns. If you see, I just put on some nice yellow kind of thing, and then put on a pattern of a green on this. So these are the other patterns that we could do, and this is one which we did, and we're gonna give it some time to dry out. And once they're dry, you can start filling up your circles or squares or whatever you fill up with. Once it's dry, it's better to use it then to fill up your patterns, which I'm doing here. And I'll keep going on with this filling up stuff because I really love sketching. And that one is done. I think I'm happy with that. And then let's go with this one. It's up to personal choice to what extent you can go. Until I'm happy with whatever I can see and feel, and then I'm just gonna decorate it to my own interest. I mean, if you see here, I'm just adding the extra stuff which can make it feel in a different way. There you go. I'm happy with this outlook, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell button. And for the next videos, I'm gonna come up with this one, a little bit of calligraphy with some simple florals. Once again, thank you for coming back to Meghanasgallery. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll get back to you with new and different patterns of sketches with base of watercolors, new styles of acrylics. See you soon. Bye.